And my name is Putty, and welcome back. Welcome to the Co-op Road to Glory. I am joined, as always, by...
Not as always, thank you. There's at least one episode I wasn't there.
More than one.
I said at least.
Who are you, though?
I don't remember.
What
I
are
got
you
knocked
doing
out
here?
in an MMA fight.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Lucha Mania 13. The grandest show of them all. The showcase of the immortals.
Jesus.
You got anything to say about Lucha Mania, Tucker?
It's probably the most important show we've ever been on.
Definitely. It's our
No, it
Lucha
literally
Mania
is.
debut, yeah.
Yeah, it's the most important show we've ever been on, and we're entering as Campeones del...
Parejas.
Yeah, see? I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's big, man. It's big.
It's a huge show, yeah.
This is the shit. This is the biggest show in the world.
Yeah.
It's
Arguably.
It's the biggest show. We hit global on basically the eve of the biggest show in the history of our company.
We are in the home of the Carolina Rhinos, Roland Stadium, in America.
You just keep running Mid-Atlantic until we die?
I've been running some other areas, like
Like the North Atlantic.
like West Central Mexico, Northern Mexico, Southeast, back in Cali.
Southwest.
Sorry, West Central Mid-Atlantic, Great Lakes. I went to Chicago once. We were in New York for an evening. New England at the Royal Battle.
Don't look at that. Don't look at that.
Don't look at that. We completely didn't realize what Royal Battle was supposed to be a reference to. But yeah, it is Lucha Mania. It is our Lucha Mania debut. I think there's no real build-up to the match. So why don't you introduce... Because it's also the opening match on the show. So why don't you tell everybody what we're doing tonight?
Tonight is something very different. Something we've never seen before in the history of really any wrestling promotion. Tonight is a combination of the three most devastating weapons a pro wrestler can use.
Mesas, escaladas, esilias.
And for you gringos out there, see what I did there?
Yikes, Peacemaker, yikes.
That's tables, ladders, and chairs.
It wasn't in the database, so we're going to say we invented this.
Yes, I came up with this idea.
The Peacemaker, when he was fighting in MMA.
I got knocked up the wrong way. That's made it sound like somebody impregnated me. Never mind. I got knocked out, and I had beautiful dreams of swanton bombing off the ladder. And
so
thus, it was born.
We have Blessed Gold, the tag team champions, El Pud, and the Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Taking on their long-term rivals, Masked Lightning, 7-time World Tag Team Champions, Ultra Spark Jr. and Velocidad. The ragtag tag team of El Pud's eternal rival El Mitico Jr. and the up-and-coming young 37-year-old Mr. Lucha.
Three.
We're just going to call him Mr. Lucha.
Mr. Lucha Trez?
Oh, Mr. Lucha. Okay. He's the third incarnation of the Mr. Lucha character. He's still a Mr. Lucha.
But they literally call him Mr. Lucha 3.
Not anymore. I've changed his name.
Yeah, you decided that, buddy.
Yeah, and I run the show, bitch. And the fourth, it's a four-way tag team match.
Which means the final opponents
are
Heavy Metal Anarchy. And he went out and he searched the globe for international talent that fit his lifestyle, fit his rockin' ways. And he found one man. Truly.
Why is he not on Talk the Talk? Oh, no. Oh, no.
The greatest rock star of our time, Gary El Animador. And El Bongle.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Lucha Mania!
Well, actually, first we gotta get Did you put that on the pre-show?
No.
He's like, welcome everyone to
Lucha Mania.
What show is this?
No, it's not a bad promo. Nobody cares. I mean, do you really think the national anthem at the start of WrestleMania gets a good rating? Come on, all right. So the national
Americans? Yes.
No, I don't think so. The national anthem plays, and Manuel Pareto comes out to a pop of some sort.
They're like,
to welcome everybody to the 13th Lucha Mania, and confirm that the attendance this evening is 65,990, which I will add to our database here for future reference. You know. For
to show how quickly the company falls apart.
Whoa. And he introduces everybody, and we're going to get right in to MES.
It's time.
Nice.
Damn.
You know, Tucker had high hopes.
I blame Gary.
I looked excellent out there.
Yeah, we probably actually would have done really well without Gary.
Whoa.
Like, better.
Whoa, dude. Let's not pin this all on Gary, alright? Relax. This was a good match. This was great. This was awesome. It was,
yeah.
Fire
There's
opener.
A lot of crazy fucking spots in here.
What kind of spots?
Velocidad and El Mitico do a fucking... Velocidad fucking Hurricane Rana's El Mitico off a ladder through a table.
Jesus!
Yeah, it's fucking crazy shit. Heavy Metal Anarchy looks up at one point and he sees...
Can I mention also that I'm the only Rudo in this match?
give me a fucking character play. Give me one of these gentlemen. Who wants to die today?
Me, El Pud.
Pud's up there. He's trying to get the belt, and all of a sudden, Gary sends Bongles into the ring, and Bongles pushes over the ladder, but El Pud's still standing there, and oh my god, what's Heavy Metal Anarchy doing? He's going for something. Oh my god, fucking jumping tackle.
Oh shit! It's like the Carolina Rhinos. It's like the Carolina Rhinos. And I'm still the one who like crawls a broken man up the ladder to retrieve, no matter who comes at us, a legendary tag team, two young up and comers, or an unknown rock star and his fan.
I have one request for a spot because he's the only one who hasn't done anything in this match.
Go for it.
The other member of Masked Lightning, I literally don't know his name.
Ultra Spark Jr.
Ultra Spark Jr.
I think.
We're on the apron.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fucking, from the apron, Canadian Destroyer this motherfucker through a table on the outside.
Through the table! He's down and climbing the broken man! Three of the greatest tag teams ever assembled in Lucha history! But
Gary
still standing at the top of the ladder and at the top of Lucha tag team history is El Pud. And you eventually join him after recovering from that spot.
I'm like, my ass.
And we get mics. We're both at the top of the ladder. And I say, this is in Spanish, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter who you send. It doesn't matter who you get together or how much you think you're a team. Because compared to us, you are nothing. I hear these terms thrown around. Rudo, Technico. It don't matter what we are. We're the best damn tag team in the history of Lucha Libre. And tonight, we proved it. And I look to Peacemaker.
It's 6 souls for 6 souls. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. There are 2 championships and 2 champions. Myself and El Pud. And at the end of the day, each and every single one of you are now at peace. For this gold is not just gold. This gold is blessed
gold. I nod.
He's like, thumbs up. Nice.
Snake King gets his Lucha-mania moment.
Getting destroyed by Randy B.
Before the match, the camera pans. Jimmy Buckminster is in the crowd!
Oh my god! What's he doing there? He's like, whoa, I'm here!
Also, the camera pans after Jimmy Buckminster to Luis Montero and Luis Montero Jr. in the crowd.
And they're like, meh.
Also, one of the Carolina Rhinos is in the crowd. Local celebrity is also in the crowd.
Oh, whoa! Isn't he cool?
Also, Sam Strong is in the crowd.
Oh, but he's dead.
Oh, no, he's not, is he?
Yeah, he's dead. He died,
he did die, yeah. Sam Keith is in the crowd.
Literally his corpse. Everybody's like, oh.
Sam Keith is in the crowd.
He's holding a picture of Sam Strong. He's like...
Wendell is in the crowd.
Oh my god, he's not dead.
And then we move on to a video package hyping up the main event tonight. These two have had a rivalry all year. They've been fighting back and forth. Multimillonario has come very close to winning the title, but he had to earn his way back to the championship. And how did he do it, Tucker?
He did it by paying off every person in his path. He's done it. He's beaten them all with his brains and the fact that everybody has a price for the Multimillonario. Yo. Oh, fuck.
Ooh, that was good if you didn't fuck it up. Anyway, we'll get back to that with the highlight package later in the night. Just a quick taster before Tom Gilmore comes out and says, you know what? I'm not even mad that I'm not in the main event this evening. I'm
not angry.
I'm not even angry. I ain't even angry, alright? I'm just Tom, alright?
I ain't mad, though.
I'm just Tom, alright? I'm just saying. I'm 47 years old, and I used to be the $1 million man. But now... the $1 billion man. But now I'm looking around at all these guys who were involved in that championship tournament, and I'm thinking they got more dinero than I do. So, here's what I'm saying. Tonight, 47 or not, I live my Lucha-mania moment. And he beats La Sombra.
Wow, they both got the exact same in-ring performance.
We run into Campion Jr. backstage. And I say to him, "Oh, congratulations! You're going to go into the Hall of Fame tonight, right?" I shake his hand. He's like, "You two are a real tag team, brothers. You guys, you're a real up and comer."
Sam Strong, is that you?
You know, back in the day, I was a tag team champion in Oli, and I just want to say that you really got what it takes to rise to the top, just like the Cream. Does Peacemaker say anything?
No.
Wait,
does he say anything? No.
Does Peacemaker, in this segment, does Peacemaker just not have his mask on? He's just taking it off because he's backstage.
Who's that guy? I don't know. Who's with El Putt back there? I don't know. What's going on?
Hijo del Mephisto retains his Television title.
Nice.
Oh, yes. Do you want to explain this, or should I?
You go ahead. You know the angle better than me.
Okay, so Paul Huntington appears backstage carrying the $1 million championship belt. Just this diamond-encrusted championship belt. And he says to Multimillonario, "Hey, brother, I just want to thank you for giving me the cash influx that I needed to create, to achieve my dream. Because, you know, it was never about the prestige. It was always about the belt. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, when this is suspended above the ring, I'm not going to be thinking about how many villagers El Hero Mexicano can feed if he was to sell this thing. I'm just going to be thinking about how nice it'll look on my mantelpiece. And you better come back with your own title tonight. It won't look as nice as this one or be worth as much. But, hell, it might just be worth something, eh, brother? I remember when I main evented Lucha-mania 3 years in a row. It was wonderful. And tonight's your night. But this evening... well, I'm going to get so much of the most expensive wine there is. And I think I'm going to think about El Hero's village while I'm drinking it." He walks by.
I love, like, comedy villain Paul Huntington doesn't care about the starving village.
And then we have a trios title match.
Fuck yeah, that did really well.
Boom Boom Jamaica, Adam Matravers, and El Suck make defense number one of them.
El Suck.
El Souk. And we have an intermission where Campion Jr. is inducted into the South of the Border Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. The roster comes out to the apron to clap him. He has tears in his eyes. He's presented with a small ring. He puts it on. He waves.
See you on the TV, because you're still technically wrestling.
He hasn't wrestled in like a year.
No, we're never using him again.
And then there is a video package hyping up the story of Paul Huntington and El Hero Mexicano. It shows Paul Huntington beating Hero Mexicano in the quarterfinals of the tournament to determine the number one contender to the World Championship. And then he goes on to the semifinals, and instead of fighting against Multimillonario, Paul Huntington accepts a bribe. And he comes out to the next show with this lavish, diamond-encrusted championship belt, and El Hero Mexicano gets on the mic, and the kind of effect changes when he does. Like, he gets all sad and droopy, and he says, I've been fighting here in south of the border for the last 3 years. I've been working hard for money in order to feed my village. The amount of villagers I could feed with that title belt, Paul Huntington, I've stood by while Multimillonario, the billion-dollar man, and you yourself has made thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. Paul says, actually, it's been a couple million of dollars in this company. I've just sat by because I knew you deserved it. But now I know you live in excess, Paul Huntington. And I need that title. My village. Without that title, they will starve. I need that title. I need it, Paul, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And Paul says, are you willing to fight in a ladder match? His eyebrow raised. Yes, anything. He says, okay, ladder match it is.
Ladder match!
And then it cuts back to the arena.
The promo closes. The only note it could, and it's, Hero, I'll tell you one thing, though. Fuck them kids.
Oh, and then El Hero Mexicano makes an entrance with just gold lighting everywhere. And he's joined by two of the kids from the village. They're wearing potato sacks.
Oh my god, that's a great impression.
And then he rolls into the ring. He eyes up the ladder. And then... Well, you need to describe this entrance.
On the stage, it's very smoky. It's very smoky. You can't even see. There's so much fucking smoke. But very slowly, the smoke starts to part. And there's this, rock kind of landscape that slowly starts to ooze a liquid. And suddenly, that liquid starts to glow. And it's very obvious that it's supposed to be like lava. And all of a sudden, in this kind of big rock almost, it seems like the lava starts to pour down and cover the entire stage. And suddenly, kind of slowly rising out of that lava is a throne. And on top of it sits one man with a very, very beautiful championship, wearing a big fucking skull mask with big fucking skull, gloves. His fists look like big fucking skulls.
But they've got rubies in the eyes.
He's got big fucking skulls on his fucking knee pads. And he comes out. And he looks up, and suddenly a whole bunch of people in potato sacks come out and start bowing down to him.
He reaches underneath the throne and pulls out a diamond-encrusted sledgehammer and a diamond-encrusted ladder.
He looks back for a moment at all the starving people, and he pulls out like a dollar coin and flips it to the group of them, and slowly walks his way to the ring, focused, and all of a sudden he pulls out it's a bottle of wine, and he takes a big sip of it and spits it out into the sky, and then spits it out into the crowd. It is time to interact with the sport.
And yeah, he gets in the ring. It takes another 3 minutes for him to take all of the attire off. As El Hero's like, come on, ref. Can he do it any quicker? Come on, we need to get this started. And then it is a ladder match for Paul's extravagantly expensive championship. which El Hero gets and runs. There is no celebration. He is going to the pawn shop right here in North Carolina to get that money and go back to the starving villagers.
Beautiful.
Nobody in this match had psychology. It was just spot after spot after spot.
Sounds like a fucking Triple H.
I mean, everyone loved Paul.
Everybody loves Paul.
We have a video returning to that fated championship #1 contenders tournament, where this time it was Joey Minnesota taking the bribe. And Kirk Jameson doesn't need the money, but he does need that title. And he's pissed. He's the people's champ. He's the man. He's the most electrifying Kirk in all of sports entertainment. There's only like one other Kirk, but nobody needs to worry about that. Mm-hmm.
You know what Jameson says?
What does he say?
He says, "You took the bribe, and I could have taken the bribe, but I'd rather settle for something else. I want to take your pride."
The corpse of, like, Yoshi Mushishibo.
Yeah, then it comes up. A picture of him just flashes on the screen very quickly. It's like,
So tonight,
I want to collect your bones.
No more frills. No more sparkles. These guys don't have the flashy entrances. This is a #1 contenders match. This is our co-main event of the evening. This is Joey Minnesota proving that he took the bribe because he doesn't give a shit about the title. He could win it any day. The money was more important. And Kirk Jameson fighting for that title shot. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's alright. Kirk hold.
Kirk hold, baby.
Kirk hold.
Kirk hold. God fucking damn it. Kirk hold.
Fucking Kirk, man. Get kirked.
He bends Joey Minnesota over and then grabs his arms and bends them back. It's like a surfboard or something like that.
We move to our main event of the evening. Our main event of the season. The 13th year of Lucha Libre being in existence.
Yep. Prieto fucking invented Lucha Libre. He put on a mask and fucking punched somebody, and instantly we were the biggest company in the world.
It totally had nothing to do with that soap opera star that we don't talk about anymore. Now we can finally tell the story of that championship tournament. As time after time, Rudo after Rudo got into a fight with Multimillonario, but instead of fighting, because he could, Multimillonario is a fantastic professional wrestler. He is the rightful #1 contender on victories and performances over the year. He could have fought his way to the #1 contendership. But that would take time, would take effort that Gino Montero is expending all month. He'd have a lot better chance of winning the title if he was fresh. And he's got lots of money. He likes money. So he paid every single person that he was coming up against at the tournament off. And they backed down. And now he's going into this match fresh, rich, and handsome. It's time. What's this entrance like, Tucker?
Very slowly, on the side of the stage, a white limousine pulls up. And suddenly...
Hold on, I'll play... Do you want me to play the song?
Just fucking... Yeah, because I was going to try to fucking, like, imitate it. Just fucking play the fucking song. Tell me when it's playing.
It's playing.
And all of a sudden, somebody rushes out of the car and opens it up, and out of the back of the limousine,
wearing a large Texan hat.
Large Texan hat over his mask. In a nice yellow suit to match his mask, steps Multimillonario. And he takes the hat off and holds his arms out, and he starts going, my fans, my people. And he puts the hat back on. And
wait, he doesn't have the belt.
Oh, you're right, he does have the belt. Whoops. It's JBL. I just assumed he had a fucking belt. Sorry. I think this in real life, like the main entrance, JBL had a belt. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yep.
Anyway,
JBL notedly went into 3 Manias with a belt and walked out of none of them with one.
Icon. Give back to the business, JBL. Steps out, holds his arms out, and my fans, my people. And
but in Spanish.
Yes.
He kisses babies, he shakes everybody's hand. He's looking fresh as the day he was born. Hasn't wrestled in a month.
And money doesn't fall from the ceiling because we used that gag already. A lot of rich characters here in South of the Border. What's up with that?
We are a capitalist fed. Okay, you're gonna have to get over that. Alright, so that's him. That's Multimillonario. Gino Montero. The man. The uncertain champion. He is the hardest working ace in the history of South of the Border. Nobody...
Does he come out in a vehicle of his own?
What kind of vehicle are you thinking?
Thinking maybe a custom lowrider with some green flames that can, pop up and down a little bit.
Yep, he does that. He gets on top, I think over the last year, he has been the hardest working champion in the history of South of the Border. He has fought difficult challenge after difficult challenge, generational rival after generational rival. Every single title defense has been a war, and he has stood through it all. And now he gets his Lucha Mania moment.
And do you want to know what's the most important thing about Gino Montero's reign? It says, as South of the Border World Champion. Whatever it's called, it's literally just translated like the major championship.
No, I think Mundo means world. I think.
Oh, okay. I think you might have changed that because it wasn't always.
Pardon?
It was like the Major belt for a little while or something.
No, you're thinking of the Television belt, which was minor.
Oh, right, yeah, where it's literally just the minor belt. He's done it the entire time, his entire reign, by being truthful, by playing by the rules, and by only taking what he needs.
And now he can finally relax. He's gotten to the dance. He's gotten to the big time. That's why he's out there in that lowrider. Serious Gino Montero, ace of the company. He's still there. You can see that dedication in his eyes. But he's made it. He doesn't need to play it up anymore. He can relax. He can enter how he pleases. And it's time for the Lucha Mania main event. Nice.
Good shit.
Nice. So, Multimillonario sizes up Gino Montero, looks him up and down. There's an electric atmosphere in the air. Everyone is ready for a massive Lucha Mania main event. And then a random man in a suit pulls the ref out of the ring and Multimillonario kicks Gino in the dick. Immediately. No, I'm a guy in a suit pulled someone out of the ring. The ref out of the ring. Ref didn't see it. And then just a cabal of 5 masked balaclava men.
No, buddy, you forgot. Oh. It's 2 out of 3 falls. That is the first fall.
Oh, yeah.
Gets distracted, instantly kicking the dick. 1, 2, 3, done. It's, oh my god, he's good. He's already halfway there. Multimillionario's gonna fucking buy his way to the belt.
No, Multimillonario lost the first fall. So the ref did see the kick in the dick. So he kicks him in the... No, Multimillonario kicks the ref in the...
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Multimillonario kicks the ref in the head. Insta call for a DQ, but the ref is down. And now that group of men jump into the ring and start ambushing Gino in between falls. Pipes to his legs, pipes to his face. Gino is just getting beaten the fuck down.
It's the cartel. No.
All the way up here in Carolina. No.
Carolina cartel.
Millonario picks up Gino, picks him up, and then suddenly Gino counters it. A punch. Gino's Ginoing up.
Oh my god!
He punches him, and down goes Millonario. Down goes one of the balaclavaed men. A kick, a big boot over the top rope. Gino Montero is fighting his way back into this match. This takes about 10 minutes to slowly adapt as Gino's getting a heat segment, and then he finally fires back. Gino Montero back in the match. And out comes Joey Minnesota. Slides into the ring and starts beating the shit out of Gino Montero. The ref is still down. The ref is still exhausted and down.
Can we send a second ref? Nope.
Minnesota.
Away.
Minnesota's just punching down on Gino, but Gino reverses it, and Gino sends Minnesota over the top rope. He hits Multimillonario with the Montero press, and he's pinning him. And then there's another ref running down the massive ramp down to the ring. 1, 2, Millonario kicks out.
Shout out Charles Robinson. I know exactly what spot you're referring to. Charles trucking it down to the ring.
And then Minnesota pulls Charles Robinson out of the ring and knocks him on the floor. Now there's a second.
It's Carlos Robinson.
It's Fast Navarro, okay? He's so fast down that ramp.
He's so fast.
And then he knocks out the second ref. And then Paul Huntington arrives, pissed from losing his title earlier in the night. So Huntington and Minnesota start beating down Montero. And then who jumps the barricade? But Luis and Luis Jr.
He has friends!
Luis and Luis Jr. fight back. They send Paul Huntington over the top rope. They send Joey Minnesota over the top rope. He's
Paul
gone.
Gets his ass out because it wouldn't be WrestleMania without Paul getting his ass out.
True. It's Luchamania, but sure.
You know what I mean.
This has been about 30 minutes at this point, and Gino is still leading 1-0. And now it is all level. It is mano y mano. The third ref slowly walks to the ring. And it is finally time for a 1-on-1 match. Gino Montero's tired. He's exhausted, not just from his reign, but from this match so far. And he faces down. Go ahead.
However, Multimillonario, he's been hit by some pretty big moves here. Nothing he's done has worked. You know what I mean? He's starting to kind of look at Gino what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then Millonario has a genius idea. It's worked for everybody else.
He pulls out a sack.
Why won't it work here? And all of a sudden he pulls out his comedically oversized wallet. So he holds it up, sort of see what he's doing. Takes out a bunch of money very, very slowly, so everybody can see what he's doing. And Gino gets up to his feet and looks at the corner, and there's Multimillonario.
And at least $2.5 million.
Yeah, in cash.
In cash.
In his hand. and he gestures to Gino, take the money. And
it's all yours.
Gino, what?
It's all yours.
Oh, and he looks at the money, and he thinks about it, and he turns back and he looks at the belt,
and then he looks at Luis and Luis Jr. and they're shaking their heads like, we've got enough money, Gino. We've got enough money. We had that insurance scam on our league.
Gino, we have money at home.
Gino, there's money at home.
And Gino looks at Luis, and heartbreakingly, Gino says, money at home isn't as good as money here. And he takes the money, and he starts to leave the ring. But
then he looks down at
gives the money to Luis and rolls back into the ring. Oh, fuck!
He rolls back into the ring. Multimillonario is completely surprised by this, and he points to the money. He points to the money in Luis's hand.
It's like, you're talking about money. You're talking about money. Illegal. We have him on camera.
And then Gino Montero looks back at the money in Luis's hand and says, I'm sorry. I love you. And then he super kicks Multimillonario in the face. Officially confirming the breach of contract. That means that money does not belong to him.
That's going to be a legal issue later.
And there's a match on now. But Gino is exhausted.
Emotionally.
And physically. And you know what? Through it all, through all the bullshit, through the cabal of masked men, through Joey Minnesota and Paul Huntington, through using his family at ringside, his emotional bargaining power, Multimillonario is still a fantastic luchador. And he holds his own with Gino Montero. In a one-on-one match over 30 minutes, Gino can probably get 2 falls 99% of the time. But Gino has been through so much. And eventually you gotta shrug. You hold a globe up on your shoulders, eventually it falls off. And Multimillonario rolls Gino up. That's 1 fall. 1-1. And Gino starts to panic. Because while he's been a big guy for a while now, he's always felt like he doesn't quite belong in the main event. And now he's getting proven right. And he runs into traps. He runs into pitfalls. He fights Millonario on his terms.
Not to mention even that, Gino maybe doesn't necessarily feel like he really is that top guy, while his dad, who very much was a top guy, sits at ringside and looks on. And, it's cracks. It starts small, like Buddy was saying. He starts falling into traps, and then eventually it just starts to look like Gino doesn't even know what he's doing. And it's really sad, like this just dude who came in so triumphant and fought off everybody, and at this point it looks like he's a fucking rookie.
But he isn't a rookie. He's Gino fucking Montero, the franchise, the player, the ace, the man who slayed Tom Gilmore, and he gets back into it. Punch after punch, drop kick after drop kick. He goes to the top rope, and his flying clothesline. He's getting back into it. He's only got to pin him one more time to win the main event of Lucha Mania. Hurricane Rana from Multimillonario. 1, 2, 3. It's over. New champion.
We end Lucha Mania 13 with one universal truth being known to all people.
Capital buys happiness.
Those with all the money have all the power.
And Gino is furious. He is livid, and he looks up. And as soon as he sees the mask of Multimillonario, his face lightens. As soon as he sees the belt around Millenario's shoulder, he looks unburdened. He looks like months of effort and stress are just gone. And he sees a worthy world champion, and he extends his hand. And the two share a handshake before money does indeed rain from the sky, specifically on Millonario.
We repeat the spot because it was so fucking fire before. The heat was amazing.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Lucha Mania 13. Look, we focused very heavily on this show, okay? Yeah, we don't have that many interesting storylines going on.
There's like 3, shut up. Yeah, actually, I think we need 4 now.
Because we're global, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you all for watching Lucha Mania 13. Did you enjoy, Tucker?
I did, yeah. I think that was really good. I mean, I don't know if that was better than Welcome to the Coastal Zone in terms of, like, our involvement.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were involved in, like, a match.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, in just terms of, like, general promo, stuff like that. But I think the stuff that we did with the main event, obviously, like, match-wise, storytelling-wise, I think worked a lot better. And kind of just jumping in and out, giving different ideas, and then dropping them off and walking away.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed. I hope everyone watching at home enjoyed as well. If you disagree with the game, we do have a bunch of interesting storylines. Make sure to leave a like. Check out twitch.tv/Matsudairo in the description. You can find Tucker over at twitter.com. It's at Tuck_Davidson. And you can also find his channel over there as well. We are getting closer and closer to TEW2020. So go ahead and check out Tucker, because he's going to have a lot of interesting content, I'm sure, when that comes out. Thank you all.
Just put pressure on me. Jesus. That's going to be interesting.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you for the end of year recap for 2026. Peace out.